Trauma is often thought of as a constant reliving of a traumatic experience through memory. But according to Dr. Stephen Porges, it's sometimes less the memory and more the physiological response to trauma that can have far-reaching effects on someone's nervous system. Dr. Porges gives us a uniquely personal look at how this plays out from a polyvagal perspective.
What Polyvagal Theory proposes is that when an individual is in a situation of severe life threat and is unable to utilize mobilization strategies or social engagement strategies to get out of that, the neuroceptive features of that challenge may put that person in this very shut down condition that is characterized by that old unmyelinated vagus. And coupled with that would be reduced blood flow, especially blood flow to the brain, and then one might get dissociative features with that. And the issue is really not the horrendous experience of the trauma, but trying to make sense of the physiological response that that traumatic event triggered. And for many people who've been traumatized, the event is bad enough, but the consequences of that event on their physiology and on the nervous system is really what is profoundly changing their ability to adapt in the world. You see, once we use the word choose, we're already getting into this whole idea that there's some almost option that we have. And the answer is, once we realize that our nervous system is making decisions, and it's not allowing us to the table to argue our point. And the example I always like to use is my experience getting an MRI. And on a psychological level, I was extraordinarily curious. My friends do research in MRIs, fMRIs. And I said, well, this is really a good opportunity. So I went down, I had to go in to get this brain scan, and it was for a clinical issue. And I got into the MRI, and I got exactly up to my eyes. And I said, wait a moment, I need a glass of water. So I took a glass of water and I went back in, and they pushed me into the magnet and got up to my nose, and I said, I'm out of here. I had no idea that my body would respond with a panic attack from being in the enclosed space. Now, people's bodies respond in different ways, and sometimes they respond without them even anticipating it. So I had no idea that I had that type of vulnerability. And I felt that, in a sense, my nervous system totally failed me because I wanted to get this test done. And for me to get this test done, I had to immobilize without fear, which is a very complex situation for the mammal. And that's really the critical point of life, is our ability to immobilize without fear near other mammals, near other people in situations. I couldn't do that in the medical environment. And I was shocked.
Helping people understand how their body behaves in response to trauma can go a long way toward allowing them to adjust their reactions and begin to heal.